Hey guys, I just wanted to come on and talk to you guys about a few things that's been going on with me. As you guys know, I am a CNA and I work two jobs. And both of my jobs are at nursing homes. And I'm at one of my jobs right now. But so Friday evening, an incident occurred, and um, I recorded the incident that happened. It was between the police officers and a black young man. So we're hold on, guys. Sorry, sorry, guys. Hold on. So I'm at work and doing my thing, and maybe like an hour and a half into work, somebody found a black young man in one of our spa rooms, sleeping. This man looked all above maybe like 16 or 17 years old, and yeah, he was sleeping. He wasn't being a danger. He was sleeping. One of the male nurses tried to wake him up, and he wouldn't wake up. So basically, we realized that he was either drunk or on something. With that being said, we don't know who this man is. We don't know where he came from. We don't know who he belonged. We don't know who he was related to. We don't know how long he's been in there. So since they couldn't wake him up, they called the police on him. And I had my phone ready because I already knew it was going to be some BS. So the police came and everybody was crowded around. Everybody was crowded around the room before the police came, but the police came. It was two white police officers, and right when they get in there, they're asking. I think they asked him twice what his name was, and then they proceeded to put him in all kinds of headlocks, rough him up, try to force his hands behind his back, trying to, mind you, this man is in like a reclining chair for people that legs are that don't really work. So they're trying to force his hands behind his back to handcuff him in the chair, which doesn't make any sense. They weren't asking him where did he come from, how long he'd been there. They just kept saying, "What are you on? What are you on?" Kept putting him in multiple headlocks, and one of the officers punched him in the ribs twice. So as I'm recording all this on video, my fellow employees, which consist of mostly Haitian women, maybe my age to older, and I think it was one white girl and one Indian lady. So we're all gathered around, seeing what's going on, being nosy, of course. And I'm recording because I I felt in my heart that he was being unjustly roughed up because he didn't even know what was going on. Like, mind you, it took the police officers a good minute to wake him up as well. So if you don't know what this guy is on, why are you roughing him up and treating him that way when he doesn't even know what's going on? So as I'm recording, my fellow employees are telling me not to record, um, and this and that and the third. So I decided to record anyway, and they were trying to argue with me, so I walked off. I walked off to go try to de-stress myself, and one of the, I guess, risk manager ladies came in to get me. So she comes up to me, she's like, "Jocelyn, did you record the video?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Oh, well, the policemen have body cams and they want to see your video." I said, "Okay." So I followed her to this small office with two police officers, which I felt very uncomfortable in, which I stated multiple times. And I asked her, oh, also, she told me that it was a HIPAA violation for me to be recording. And nowhere in HIPAA does it say you cannot record a stranger. HIPAA protects residents, HIPAA protects employees and our and their information. It doesn't protect strangers. So she asked me to watch for her to watch the video. Before she took me to her office, she asked me to watch the video. And when I was showing it to her, she was looking all everywhere else. She was on the phone. She wasn't really paying attention to it. Of course, she didn't care anyway because it was a black young man and she was white, and these were white police officers. So We go back to the office or whatever, and right when we get in there, I'm asking her to show me the policy where it says in HIPAA that it's illegal to film a non-resident. Now, in my video, it did have one of the employees. She kept walking through my video, but she can be blurred out. It's not illegal to film the police, and it's not illegal to film a stranger. But she did show me in the, what is it called? She did show me in our handbook for that company where it says you can't post on social media for advertising or marketing. I ain't advertising or marketing anything. So we get back into the office or whatever. She's trying to find the policy. Never showed me anything on HIPAA, and one of the officers was like, "So what's your name?" And I'm like, "Why?" And he's like, "What's your name?" And then the risk manager lady was like, "Just tell him your name. Like, what's the problem?" I want to know why he's asking me these questions, and I want to know what's going on. Y'all are not asking me for my information. I want to know why you need my information. Then they're like, "Oh, what's your hostility with the police? Why do you feel this way? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah." Why do you need to know my information? Why do you need to know my name? Then he said, "Well, what's your level of intelligence? What's your?" He said something like, "What is the highest education that you have?" I said, "Excuse me." He said, "Well, you witnessed something and you recorded it, and you're asking me what's going on." I said, "Yeah, I'm asking what's going on because you're asking for my information. I know what just happened." So then he's like, "Well, I'm asking for your information just in case we need to interview you. This is a police investigation." Didn't say that this was a police investigation. So gave him my name. He said he also needed my date of birth and my number, which is fine. So the other officer was trying to ask me things as well because I wasn't really dealing with the other police officer. Both of them were talking to me any old kind of way with attitude, and they didn't understand why I felt the way I felt about police. That shouldn't even be a question, honestly. So the lady finally found a paper which had nothing to do with HIPAA, but only had to do with their policy, which stated, like I told y'all, about advertising and marketing, which I don't care about. So I showed the police the video. They wanted to watch the video, and then the risk manager lady lied again and said that she watched the whole video. I said, "Oh, you watched the whole video? Did you see him get punched in the ribs?" No, exactly. I know you didn't watch the whole video, so you lied to me twice in this whole thing, but I'm supposed to trust you. So the policeman watched the video, they watched the video, and they said that I have to email them the video or they will confiscate my phone because this is a police investigation and my phone has the evidence on it. Now, I tried to email them the video and it wouldn't send all the way because it was too big of a file. So I had to chop it up and send it to them. So while I'm chopping it up and sending it to them, they're like, "Oh, well, are you leaving things out? Blah, 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 this, that, and the third." And I'm like, "I'm sending y'all the video chopped up just like y'all asked me for my phone." And in the middle of all this happening, I asked for another somebody else to come in to be a witness on my behalf because, like I said, I didn't trust the risk management lady. And also another white lady named Michelle came in. The other lady was named Michelle too. I don't know what her title is. So they're all in there. We're all watching the video, talking about it, blah, blah, blah. They're trying to get me to see, they're trying to get me to think that, to side with him and think that the man that was in there was a perpetrator and he could have hurt all of us. When in reality, the facility put us in danger because they didn't know how long that man has been in there. They didn't know who that man was, what he was capable of, or anything. They were trying to put it on him when it's on the facility. So they were trying to say, "Oh, well, you're the only one that thinks that he's being treated unjustly and blah, blah, blah." I said, "Okay, and I think that." So then the officer, so then the ladies went to go get the tapes to the officers, which is to me like they're trying to erase this boy from ever being here. So when they came back from getting the tapes, ooh, excuse me, you guys, they asked me to delete my video. Now, I already did what I did with the video. So me deleting it in front of them was really nothing because, of course, I already sent it to a couple of people. Like, and then I sent it to y'all through email. So why wouldn't I still have it in my phone? Think. So they think I deleted the video and they think they have the tapes. Well, they do have the tapes from the facility. My video is the only thing that is proof that that boy was here and that he was unjustly handled. So I think they was gonna make me delete my video, silence me, and take the tapes and make like this never happened. So the cops won't get in trouble for what they were doing to that boy, and so the facility won't get in trouble for having all of us in danger. So after I delete the video, I asked the police officers for their supervisor's name and number, and they're like, "Oh well." One of them was like, "Oh well, I'm the supervisor." I said, "Okay, so nobody's above you." So then he gave me, he said, "Lieutenant, we have a lieutenant," and I said, "Name." So he gave me the first and last name of the lieutenant and the phone number, and they went on their merry way. Now, after they left, the two ladies think decided to suspend me because throughout this whole thing, while this was going on, the ladies were telling me I was being disrespectful. The officers were asking me what's my hostility with the police. I wasn't answering none of their questions. So she proceeds to hand me a paper, a suspension paper that says I was an endangerment to the employees and the residents. Bitch, how? Endangerment to the employees and the residents. You know who I'm an endangerment to? The facility and getting you guys shut down because y'all had us in an unsafe environment for who knows how long. So I told them I'm not signing that because y'all are telling lies on the paper. And I proceeded to almost walk off. So then I turned back around and I said, "Can I get a copy of that?" They tell me no. They tell me no, I cannot get a copy of my suspension paper, which is illegal because anytime a place um, suspends you or writes you up, they have to give you a copy of the suspension letter so you can know what's going into your file. So who knows what else the fuck they put on my suspension letter, but I know they didn't give me a copy of it. So like I said, you guys, oh, so then they sent me home after that. Um, I was unjustly suspended. I missed out on maybe about a couple hours of work. And yeah, I don't know what happened to that boy. There's one thing I actually did forget too, you guys. When when this boy when I left because everybody was arguing with me after I was filming and came back, there the officers were coming out of the room one by one. It was about 9 or 10 officers that came out of that room. So my heart sunk because I don't know what happened to that boy after I left and stopped recording. I don't know what happened to him. For there to have been 10 police officers walk out of that room, they could have handled him any type of way, anything they wanted to him, and that shit hurts my soul. Now, when he was leaving, they had him handcuffed, sitting straight up on a stretcher, handcuffed, hands behind his back, and his legs strapped to the chair, to the I can't think of whatever, the thing that they put somebody on if they're going to the ambulance or the hospital or whatever. You guys, that was a traumatizing experience. We see stuff like that on TV every day, but to actually see it in person is very traumatizing. It wasn't as severe as, you know, a lot of the things we see on social media. It was still traumatizing. That boy did nothing wrong. He was not resisting. He didn't know what was going on. And for them to have handled him like that is crazy. So, upon when they were talking to me about my suspension, they were telling me to call back. Mind you, this happened on Friday night. They told me to call back on Tuesday to see what my fate will be with my job um, come Tuesday. They told me to call back on Tuesday to see what was going on about my suspension or whatever. So today's Tuesday, guys. I am going to see what they say. I'm going to see because they think I deleted the video. So if they try to fire me, it will be an unjustified firing. And it's going to be a problem. And I'm going to make it a problem for them because that's not fair, it's not right, and it's not legal. So, and also, if they fire me, they're going to have a reason why, a justifiable reason why they're firing me. And there's no justifiable reason why you're firing me if you're trying to cover up what happened, right? Right. So, I really do want to talk. Is I don't really know any lawyers. If anybody can help me, or just if anybody can help me or offer any recommendations or solutions or anything like that, please just let me know. Um, like I said, this was very traumatizing. It wasn't right. I honestly don't want to work back at that place, but I don't want to be fired either. So I don't know how this is going to play out, you guys. Um, I did do a live after I was sent home, and I posted it, but I deleted it a day later because I was crying, I was upset. It was a lot of cussing in it, and it just I was in my emotions and in my feelings, of course. But now I can talk to you guys. I'm calm, I'm collected, I'm better. But you guys, this shit is like really getting out of hand. And for me to have seen it in person, and the fact that I do the videos that I do on YouTube, like just going on in the community that are unjust to black people, that shit was crazy. And they think they're gonna silence me. So it's like I don't want to go after the police because they could possibly make me lose my license. They could come after me. They could come after my family and my friends, and they could possibly, it could possibly um, deter me or whatever from me opening my own business. And I don't want that kind of publicity or whatever on my, on me. So instead of going after the police, I am going to go after the job if they unjustly fire me because it's bullshit. What are you firing me for? What I want to know is, how am I an endangerment to the employees and the residents? You guys' facility is an endangerment to the employees and the residents. So, like I said, you guys, they're going to call me today and find out I'm going to find out what's what. Probably going to record that conversation because I'm probably going to let you guys listen to that too. But I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know what was going on. And, you know, it, I was in my feelings that night, and I'm still in my feelings now. And it's like, that's my second job. I only work there maybe a couple of times a month. But don't, first of all, as the policeman, don't insult my intelligence. And second of all, as the employees or the higher ups of that facility, y'all fucked up. Y'all think I don't have the video, but I have the video. So y'all think y'all gonna just fire me, silence me, and erase whatever happened? No, ma'am, no, sir. So I'll get back to you guys and let you guys know what went on and what is yet to come. And yeah, thank you guys for, well, nobody's really watching, but I don't care. I wanted to do a live. So just want to let you guys know what was going on. And yeah, we'll find out today what my fate is. Not that I really care too much, but if they fire me, they got some shit coming for them. That's all I know. So I love you guys. Stay black. I love you, kings and queens. Stick up for yourselves. Stand up for yourselves and your people. And I thank you guys.